We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now McKinnon. And now running. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jerick McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him for a loss of 5. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, where y'all going? We didn't get up. Here we go. 58.
Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers.
Three down. Right now, you got 58.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Rodgers again now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Toss play to McKinnon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jerick McKinnon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. He's still barreling through. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His 1st catch, good for 16 and a 1st. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Leopard! Set! Green, 39!
Looking to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. So 2 minutes to go in a wild 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They're going to look to throw. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will tie things at 17 all. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
3-19. Run right.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And a kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the left side here for Eifert. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, let's go. Zoom. Got three. We are going.
Now this time, Rodgers will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it third down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All right, now look at 56.
Here again is McKinnon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. He's going to walk one. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go play action here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Let's go, come on. Hurry up.
And they'll go on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
No, check, Patriot!
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Leopard! Leopard!
throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.